Stu here with Calibria Crystal Guardians, and we're going to talk about everything there is to talk about with heroes, because the heroes in this game are really amazing. They're a lot of fun. This game is really good. So we're just going to go down the list with heroes. If you want to hit this exclamation mark up here at the top right, you can. It'll talk about the order of attack, you know, the three different triangle of them. Usually it's like wind, water, and fire. Same kind of thing. And then you have light and dark that do damage to each other. And then it says right here, the green means that your hero's advantage. Increase their crit rate by 30% if you have an advantage. The red means that you're at a disadvantage and decrease your damage by 25% and hit by 15%. Your hit is like your hit to resistance to apply those debuffs. And then yellow means that there's no advantage or disadvantage. And then if you go through here, it'll talk about all the rest. We're going to go through this on our own, and then we're going to come back into here and talk about Sanctify because I don't have it unlocked yet. Sanctify is when you reach level 40 with a champion, which we haven't done. We haven't done, not yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. So info right here. When you see your champion, what can you do? You hit Enhance right here. And from Enhance, you can increase your champion's level with these cats. These pink cats will enhance your level. They're just like Bruise or like Angel Mons in Summoner's Wars. Bruise in Raid Shadow Legends. Same exact thing, but I'm not going to do it with him. It's only barely giving him a level. And I can just go out and farm campaign to get levels. So I'll wait till I have a level 1 that I really just want to give a little boost to. Save it for that. If I want to increase their skills, which their skills are great in this game. Look at these skills. Every champion has a skill tree where you can change skills. Now these are all their active skills when we play the game, but I can change it up. If I don't want this, summons 3 elements which attack randomly the enemies. They have a high percentage chance to freeze, 75%. Once I get it booked out, 100% chance to freeze. 3 attacks at random doing 310% attack. Or I can change it to this Blizzard, which attacks everybody 3 times, dealing 95% damage, right, multiplier, and then has a 15% chance to freeze everyone on each hit. So it hits everybody 3 times, but fully booked out, we'd have it at 25% chance per hit to freeze them. So we could change it to this one. He's got these passives here. Everybody has these. It's great. This game, I'm telling you, this game is good. This game is really good. So if I wanted to increase one of these skills randomly, you would use the black cats. The black cats here. And we're going to go back over there, and it would do it randomly, but I'm not going to waste these on this guy right now because I don't know if I want to use him. Now, these are just like chickens in Raid or Rainbow Mon and Summoner's Wars. They're the exact same thing. So this 2-star, I just take 2 other 2-stars like this, and I make him into a 3-star, and all he's good for is sending other champions. So if this 3-star champion was maxed out, and I wanted to max, this is a 4-star champion that I want to max out. So I go to Enhance. I can't level it up anymore because it's at max level. So I need to take 4-star champions or our 4-star Rainbow Kitties is what you want to use because they're at max level. All we got to do is add other 3 stars into it that we farm for, and then it makes it a 4-star, and then we take 4 of these guys in here if they were 4 stars right now, and bam, we turn our Angel of Death into a 5-star, and they don't reset. It doesn't reset back to level 1 like it does in Raid, like it does in Summoner's Wars. You stay at level 30, and you proceed on to 35 here. It says to 35, and then 6-star would be up to 40. So pretty easy system, exact same system as you've done in other games before. So that's it for this part of it. Now let's go over here to skills. So with the skill tree, like we just looked at, you put the cats in here. Where are the cats? Let me get to the cat so you can see the name of it. We're gonna select this kitty right here. Right here. Used to upgrade any skill of any hero during enhancement. So it tells us to go into enhancement. It tells us to upgrade the skill. Let's go back over and look at one of these kitty cats. This one grants massive experience when used for enhancing. So that one already tells us the same thing. Same as all the other games. It's easy. We'll go back over to, let's see, evolving. So when you evolve a champion, we don't need to look at this. When you evolve a champion, you change their look completely. So this girl's going to change into a different look. Let's see what happens. If I farm these mats and evolve her, we're going to get a stat increase. Sometimes you unlock an ability with it. Sometimes you have to. Let's look at these skills. There's one blacked out. Evolve to unlock. Sometimes you have to evolve the champion to unlock one of their abilities, and you'll be able to see what that is. So you can go to the skill tree, see which one you need to evolve to unlock all 3 of these to be able to use these 3. So you're going to need to evolve her. Evolve to unlock. Other ones you just evolve to give them everybody gets a new look. Also, they get a stat increase. So you always want to evolve something you're going to use all the time. Let's go over here to archives, and you can see everything. So at archives, I had her like this before I evolved her. I evolved her because a story quest mode told me to, and this is what she turned into. Very cool. We got an increase in stats, and she looks pretty amazing. Who is the other one? Who's the hell lady that we just saw a minute ago? What is she going to turn into? I'm curious because this girl that they give you to farm with and to do everything with is truly amazing. What does she turn into? This one? No, it's not her. That's not her. That's the Nat 5, I think. That is not her either, Stu. Come on, where's she at? Angel of Death transforms into this one? No. No. That's a 5-star. I can't even find her. Anyways, guys, if you can find her, let me know. Maybe we can't transform her. That's not true. You can do everybody. You can do everybody. There she is. There she is. Okay. Here she is. So she looks much cooler, I think, like this. And, of course, we get a stat increase. She does have all her abilities unlocked, so it won't do anything ability-wise. Let's go back to her, though. I do want to show you, again, the abilities that these champions have in this game. And we're going to look at 2 stars. We're going to look at 3 stars. Once you get from campaign that you can farm, and you're going to know, this game isn't like Raid where you have the lower versions and the higher versions of debuffs and buffs. I've only played one other game like that, and it was, what was it called? Dark Moon something. I can't even remember. The game, I played hardcore for a while. I can't even believe, oh, damn it. And they had the lower and the higher versions, but the game was not good because of that. It really lacked because of the difference in the uncommons and rares compared to the legendaries and epics. And it definitely wasn't friendly to free-to-play, just like Raid Shadow Legends. So this game does not have that. Just like all the other games like Epic 7 and Summoners Wars doesn't have it. It's a beautiful thing. Now with this, being able to switch these out, this is your starting champion that you get for free. She is very amazing. This ability to be able to kill, and then to take another turn, and then to take another turn, take another attack. If she kills somebody, she'll just keep doing these over and over. So you make her really strong. She's a great starting farmer. And then if you go in to fight a boss, right, you want to keep her strong. This is it. You change this out. You just hit switch. Now she's using this ability when you go into that boss battle. Toughness is a state of mind when attacked with a critical hit. If you have it booked out, 100% chance to reduce that damage taken by 60%. So right away, she went from your farmer to a boss champion, boss fighting champion. She has increased all allies crit by 19%. Also, her A1 hits for 370%. You get the multipliers and everything. 370% of attack. If this skill deals a critical damage, 70% chance to affect the target with an HP regen lock. This one also does prioritizes. What's it do? What's it do? Is this the one that does it? She also has one where she'll take defense down and slow. Here it is. I need to switch this. Swings the Sith of the Shadows to slice an enemy 2 times. Each attack deals 250% of attack and has a 40% chance to reduce their defense and slow them for 2 turns. Very strong. 50% chance if I level it up, which I want to, and then it's on a 3-turn cooldown. I mean, she can do it all, right? She can decrease defense, put a slow speed on somebody. You can switch her up to either be a farmer type, attack type, or a boss fighter. I don't even know what this one does. Control the battlefield. Attacks have a 10% chance to drain at the end of the turn. 70% chance to steal 8% of all enemies' energy. Energy here is your turn meter bar. So whenever you see energy, that means their turn meter bar, right? Their speed boost. So you just lower that a little bit. But this does have a drain on it, like a lifesteal already put into it. So if you needed to do lifesteal with her, you can. She's kind of a jack of all trades. And again, you get her for free. So don't look at these characters and think they can't do things for you. Because pretty much, just like in Summoners Wars, same thing in Epic 7, all these uncommons and rares can do some things in these games, can get you through a lot of things in the games. Okay, so now we have Evolve. We talked about that, how it changes the look, gives you an increased stat, and you can go see that over here in Archives, right? We talked about that. We talked about skills, info. Now we're down to runes. So runes, you can click on this round circle. It'll take you to it. You can click on details, and it'll take you to it. You'll be able to go to types of runes. You can look at slot 1 for defense. It's not as good as Summoners Wars. We can't go in here yet. I haven't seen anywhere to where I can go and do, let me see everything that is speed, unless I'm just not seeing it. Let me see ones that have speed substats. It's not there yet for that. All I see here are all the runes. So I'm sure they're going to get to that. You can go all, or you can go slot, and then you can go counter if I wanted to look at just counter. Still a good system. Not as good as Summoners Wars yet. Then you can hit sell, and you can go through and sell runes. Cancel. I'm going to cancel out on that one and go back. So then you equip your runes. You do the same thing you do with any other game. You get a stat increase. Where's it at? Where's a rune that we can go over here and do up? Here's one that I've already done the plus 10. So I got a stat increase. This was already a magic rune, so it did have a substat already, but you do get a substat at 3, 6, 9, and 12, or a substat increase if you already got substats down there. If it's a legendary that already has 4 substats, you would get a substat increase at 6, at 3, 6, 9, and 12, and then at 16, you just get the big bonus main stat, right? Just like same thing as in Summoners War, same thing as in Raid Shadow Legends. It does cost coin, and coin's kind of, a thing that you need to farm in this game to use. So don't worry, you're going to have some coin in the beginning, But do worry, be mindful, make sure you don't spend all your coin all the time and just any kind of old runes. Get them to 6, get them to 9, make sure they're really good ones before you get them to 12 or higher. Just make sure of that, right? And I love having speed. Again, just like any game, whoa, where are we going? Back to heroes. Just like any game that I have on any of these champions, speed is on this stat right here. And if you need to know more about the runes and what the runes are, just go over here to the exclamation mark while we're in here. It'll talk about all the runes. We'll go over this later in a different video about how amazing some of these rune sets are, but it will tell you down here at the very bottom of this what ones are which, on which main stats and substats. So right here, slot 1 is always going to be fixed attack, slot 3 is fixed defense, slot 5 is fixed HP, but the other ones, the slot 2, can have speed on it. It's the only one that can have speed, which I always go for that because you want to be faster than those waves. You want to attack first, kill first. Same thing you want to do in arena to set up everything that you're doing in arena with your cleave. You want to come in with your AoE decreased defense. Maybe you want to buff up with an AoE attack, and then you want to hit them with your AoE cleave. Same old stuff. Then here on slot 4, you can get the fixed HP, percentage HP. Always normally go for the percentage. You also can get crit rate here, critical damage here. And then on slot 6, you can get all these right here. You get resistance, you get hit, you can get the percentage base, defense, and everything else. So that's what you go for. This is a slot 2 for my speed. This is slot 4 for, the percentage base. Same thing with this one as well. Percentage based attack you can get on slot 6. You can get the same thing attack on slot 4. And then these are all fixed. This one's fixed. 1, 3, and 5 are fixed. So that's it for the runes. Now Sanctify is a little bit different. I don't have Sanctify yet, but we're about to read what it does. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And then we're going to look over those 2 stars and 3 stars I talked about that are really good. So as you're collecting champions and you look over here at the archives, this is kind of for in-game whales, I think, but you could get lucky and do it. One day, when you have all these champions in each of the factions, this one right here, I have 18 of 26 unlocked. Once I have all these unlocked, I'm actually going to be able to collect this champion right here. Once I have 27 of these unlocked, I'm going to be able to get Zeus. Look at this guy. Zeus looks cool. Look at that bird on him. The lightning bird. You'll be able to collect this guy. And then Hades looks badass. Look at that cloak. He's got a little Doberman picture there with fiery eyes. Hades looks really cool, but I'm 5 of 22 for Hades, so it's going to be forever to get Hades. But once you get these champions, you're able to play them, do whatever you want with them, but you're going to have to unlock a tremendous amount. So we'll have to see what they do to make it better. Again, their skins. So pay attention to archives if you want to go check out anything in here. Also, for champions, they do have fusions. Tons and tons of fusions. So you go over here to, where was it? Summon. And then we go over here to, I'm sorry. Go to heroes. We have skins. Craft. Was it crafting? Okay, here at craft, look at these champions that you can make. You can already make these champions here, this one here, and this one. So we've got Nat 4s we can make, and then we can make a Nat 5 already. And these Nat 4s have great abilities that you can use to get through the game, that you can actually use to progress in the game, just like all the other champions. And here's the ones you need down below. You can see the ones you need. Meet criteria, right? And I'm sure a lot of these you can farm. They're 3 stars that you can turn into 4 stars, and then you make this 4-star champion. And then to make him, you need all of these. Plus this guy here. I don't know where this Voodoo Walker is, but we'll find out. We'll find out where he's at. So those are the fusions you can do right now. We can craft artifacts if we want to craft artifacts. Now let's look at these other lesser champions that you would think aren't that great. We're going to look at this one first because you can farm him right away. Look at this guy's skills. So he already attacks, right? If it's critical damage, regen 30% of your energy, which means your turn meter. You're going to get a 30% increase in turn meter if you get a critical hit with him. He attacks 6 times at random with incredible speed. Each attack deals this much damage, and an additional 3 times attack for each enemy killed. So if he kills somebody, he's going to hit again for 3 times. If he kills somebody, he hits again for 3 times. Boom, boom, like a bullet, over and over again. You could switch out to this ability if you wanted to. It resets the cooldown on this if you kill somebody. I think this one the Phantom Dance sounds a lot better. Also, he's got this one. Chance to remove 10% of his own energy whenever an ally attacks an enemy. Chance to recover. So he's going to recover 10% of his turn meter anytime an ally attacks an enemy. 70% chance can go up to 100% chance. You can farm him and feed himself all into this to level these up. You don't always need the cats. You can, of course, use copies of your own champions to level them up for their abilities. So once he's at 100% chance, every time whenever your allies attack, he's going to get a 10% turn meter increase. He's already getting a 30% whenever he crits here. Now he's getting a 10%. He's going to get back around to this skill even faster if you can get it down to a 3-turn cooldown. And he's just going to be busting stuff up. That's a 3-star that you can farm in campaign. Here's another one that you can farm in campaign. Look at this dude's abilities. What was it? What was his passive? Convert 15% of damage dealt to HP when attacking. 100% chance to grant the same amount of HP to all allies. So whatever damage you do, this is a passive. Whatever damage you do with this champion, you're going to be healing everybody for it. Everybody for it. And then look at this one. Hits massively. If the target is killed, gains a bonus attack. Then if you wanted to switch it to this one, 80% chance to dispel all targets' buffs. If 2 or more buffs are dispelled, grant 30% increased turn meter. Right here. 30% energy is what they call it here. To all your allies. And then on the main one, you receive another attack turn if the enemy is killed by this kill. So I like this. They're giving a lot of additional attacks. Plus, this is something you can farm in campaign. They're very good. Let's look at a 2-star. Okay, now you're going to think, oh, Stu, a 2-star. I can't even do much with a 2-star. Well, no, you'd be incorrect. You can do things with a 2-star. This 2-star still has abilities to use. This 2-star actually is a pretty cool turn meter increase champion. So here you attack and you have a chance to slow the target for 2 turns. This is a 2-star that you can farm easily. You can, right here, flap his wings, restore 100% of an ally's energy, turn meter, and give them haste for 2 turns. So if you make this guy your fastest, just like you did in Summoners Wars, you bring up somebody else that make them take their turn right away, give them 2 turns of increased turn meter, 2 turns of speed, buff for 2 turns, or you can use this one. Increase all allies' turn meter by 30%. So right away, you get an increased boost in arena and in whatever else you're doing, and your whole team goes first. Right here. On a 3-turn cooldown. But that's not it for this guy. This is a 2-star, mind you. Look, this is a 2-star that has a chance to slow the enemy, has a chance to, will increase your turn meter of all your people by 30%, and then on top of that, increase all allies' attack and crit rate for 2 turns, right here. On a 4-turn cooldown, or switch it to this ability, which has a 100% chance to reduce the cooldown of all this champion's skills by 1 turn when being attacked. All he has to do is be attacked and lower the turn meter on one of his skills. And it's going to be this right here. That's it. This is a passive. So it's going to lower the turn meter on this skill is what I'm going to pick because it's going to be on 3-turn cooldown. So again, he's going to be slowing down the enemy on this one. And he's going to be doing nothing but speeding up your team on this one on a 3-turn cooldown. But that's going to drop from a 3-turn cooldown every time he's hit. Reduce 100% chance to reduce the cooldown of all of his skills by 1 when being attacked. So he could just keep... If he gets attacked twice in a turn, there's no cooldown on this. He's just going to keep lowering it. So every turn he's just going to do this demonic energy. This guy is a 2-star that you can get from campaign. That's crazy, everybody. And you don't even want to know the skills about everybody else out there. This game is truly fun. I hope this helped out with heroes, or at least gave you an insight into what the champions can do and what to look for here. It's fun. This game is amazing. I hope you join me. Look at the Discord down below. Join our Discord. We already have a Discord chat set up with this. We've got clans going on. So join us. Come have some fun with us. I'll see you guys all on a video soon. Please let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying this game, if you're really enjoying this game. All right, guys. I'll see you soon.